everybody! It is a beautiful day outside. For once it's actually warm and sunny, which I'm gonna get really sick of here in about a month, but we're taking advantage of it now. This is chamomile and it's still kind of brewing over here. I like to get my chamomile really saturated. So I was just gonna do a little bit of a chat type thing today because I haven't really been on here for the last at least week, and a lot of things have been going on, and I know everybody says that, but also a lot of things have really been going on. So one of the first things is I have been plagued by absolutely terrible nightmares, and that makes it really stressful to honestly just go about normally in your day because you just keep being stressed out by these nightmares. And they're about very real things, you know, crashing cars and going to work and losing your job, and it's just great. So that's been happening, as well as I swear my little time is not doing very well. They're kind of all crunched up and they're not getting any bigger, and kind of concerned about them, which is making me sad. But I actually did do something for Beltane, which you probably didn't see because I didn't put it on Instagram. But I did make like blueberry scones from scratch. They turned out kind of weird, but they taste good. So I just didn't think the picture was Instagram worthy of a picture, so I didn't actually put it on there. Yeah, just a lot of housework and stress around family and friends and all of their drama. My life could seriously be a sitcom. It's no joke at this point. It's completely no joke. So that's been happening, and we've still been trying to figure out how and when and how much it's going to be to go on vacation, summer vacation, and whether our jobs will let us have the time off. And then my boyfriend had to go in extra the other day on his day off. So all of that, plus the fact that my grandma sent me a package full of family photos that I'd been asking for my Ancestry project, and I forgot to put the apartment number in the address, and it took way longer than usual to get here, and I finally went back through my emails and I checked. It was like, I did not put an apartment number here. So I ran around everywhere to the rental office and to the post office, and they didn't have it, and I was like, where would it go? I'm like, yeah, they probably sent it back. And then I'm thinking, well, these are like actual family photos. If they get lost, they're gone forever. Like if she didn't put a return address on the envelope. But then I went and checked the mail after like 4 or 5 days, and they actually had come. So the guy at the post office wasn't the nicest, but apparently the mailman knew what he was doing. So it's like, that's good, finally. That was so much stress yesterday. And then I had Dutch way too late in the day, and I couldn't sleep, plus the nightmares. So when I did get to sleep, I was having nightmares, and it was horrible. And the feeling when you had an energy drink or coffee way too late in the day and you just can't sleep no matter what, it's super frustrating. I kept like jerking awake. It was horrible. So last night was a complete and utter failure. But I do have my ancestor pictures now, and like a few of them are just so cute. Like my great-grandparents, like standing out in front of their car. It was just adorable. And then I have a bunch of really old ancestor photos, like the ones where they stand the entire family together. With the guy with the hood on the camera, you know what I mean? And because they don't know, so both of my grandparents, my grandfathers, were adopted, which I think I've mentioned this before, and we didn't know until just recently that the woman that raised him was actually his mother, and it was just his father that wasn't in the picture. And so nobody talks about him. They barely know his name, which makes it really hard, so we can only actually trace her lineage and not both of theirs. So I don't know where the patriarchal lineages on that side. And my mother hasn't gotten back to me about where her dad or his parents, or whether they know his parents, or so. That entire half is just, I don't have the information. So, still working on that, and I am going to buy the DNA test kit because it's on sale right now, but I haven't gotten paid yet again, so. When I do, hopefully they'll be able to get me some more answers because it's DNA and they can actually tell you, not the adopted family's history, but because the adopted family is where I get my last name, which is kind of, it's okay, you know, to know those things because you're like, this is where the last name came from all those generations ago. But I do still want to know my DNA family. You know what I'm saying. So, I'm going to do that eventually when I get paid, when I have the money. I don't know when, but I'm going to do that. So I'm still working on Ancestry stuff. And I find that doing this fire cycle is really difficult. And it's because I went and I was like, hey, I'm going to do something really simple. I'm going to paint my nails. And I don't have any of the warm color spectrum nail polish, which was frustrating. Everything has been frustrating today. My bra broke when I was putting it on. Oh, there's so many dishes. I'm sorry. I'm very frustrated today. My house is a mess. And my life is a mess. So, that's what's happening here. If I seem a little on edge, it's because I am. So, my fire cycle is not going nearly as smoothly as my earth cycle went. But we're working on it, I think. And I still have to go to work today, which is also very stressful. I have extreme anxiety. Even though I know exactly what I'm doing at work, I just sit there and I freak out for the hour leading up to actually going into work. That's a real thing that I do, that happens. I thought there was something else that I was going to mention, but oh, I also bought this. It was like $6, but I kind of had to have it. It's a little lamp, and yes, it has a door, and inside you can put a candle, and it kind of lights up pink when you put the candle in. I really like lamps, like metal lamps that hang on things. I have another one that my boyfriend bought me when we were only like together for 3 or 4 months. It was really sweet. So, a little insight into my life today. But I actually did do the Beltane ritual that I said I was going to do. I just didn't say anything about it on social media because I am trying to focus more on actually doing witchcraft rather than just talking about doing witchcraft. So, that's where we are today. Hope everybody is having a far more productive week than I am with far less stress. Seriously, if you know a producer, just come talk to me. We'll do a sick. Alrighty guys, I hope you're having a great day, and I will see you possibly tomorrow. Or I may be gone for another week and just not say anything to anybody. So,